My name is Diana DiPrimo, and I work in the Auxiliary Services office as the office manager. And I have actually been at SUNY Poly for almost 23 years. It'll be 23 years in May that I've been there. Worked for a couple of different offices, started out in financial aid, then moved over to the Small Business Development Center, and now am in Auxiliary Services. So if you got your student ID, you probably have seen my face or you've been to our office before. So my oily adventure was what I like to call it, began in April of 2016. It's almost 5 years ago. And honestly, I have not regretted one moment of the last 5 years. I've used oils for my overall well-being. I've used them in skincare. I've used essential oils in cleaning my home and just to kick chemicals out of my daily living. All of my household cleaners are made with essential oils, so they don't contain any kind of chemicals that are going to affect anything in my body. So 5 years ago, I was having trouble sleeping. And I remembered that my niece had just started using essential oils. So I reached out to her, and because she had been raving about the benefits of essential oils to all of us. So I contacted her and she sent me a sample. She sent me a sample of lavender oil, which you'll learn a little bit later how versatile and how effective lavender essential oil can be in just your overall well-being. So she told me what to do with it. And so when I got it in the mail, I was a little doubtful. I was a little apprehensive that an essential oil would actually make a difference. Because as I said, I was really having trouble sleeping, just constantly, continually throughout the night, just kept waking up. So got it in the mail. She told me to put a drop on the bottom of each of my feet and go to bed. So I did that. And when I woke up the next morning, I realized that I had slept the whole night through and my sleep wasn't interrupted. And I was refreshed and I was ready to take on the day. So that really spoke a lot to me. And I was just amazed that 2 tiny little drops of essential oil could make such a big difference in how I was feeling and just overall. So that one night, I dove right in. I said to my husband, I'm like, I want to do this. There's different kits you can buy. I just dove right in, and I've not regretted that decision one little bit. So today, what I want to discuss with you is what essential oils are, the benefits you can get from essential oils, share and demonstrate a couple of ways to use the oils. And then lastly, if we have time, I'll share some recipes that you can make with essential oils. And then also I'm going to share 3 specific oils with you today, but then if we have time at the end, I'll share some of my other favorite oils and how I use them. So if you're not familiar with essential oils, 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils are volatile liquids and natural compounds that are found in shrubs, flowers, trees, bushes, etc. They are carefully obtained through distillation or cold pressing. Each essential oil contains hundreds of different constituents and are highly concentrated and potent. Essential oils are very versatile, as we'll learn a little bit later on. The 3 that we're going to talk about, there's so many different ways to use the 3 specific oils that we'll talk about a little bit later. One thing I do want to stress and make sure you understand is that there's essential oils that you can purchase anywhere. Any store you walk into, you can find essential oils on their shelf. And I just want to make sure that I explain to you just a little bit of difference between different qualities in essential oils that you can find out there on the market. Some of the least expensive oils probably contain other synthetic compounds and other ingredients in them to make up what they consider their essential oil. I don't know if it's the FDA, but they say that your essential oil only has to contain 10% of the actual pure essential oil to be considered 100% pure. So one thing I always look for is I look for the term 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. So my biggest recommendation to you guys is that if you are interested in looking into essential oils, you want to, start using them, even if you've already used them, just make sure you do some research and make sure that you're getting the 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils and not that it just says 100% pure, because that can be deceiving out there. The 100% pure grade therapeutic grade essential oils are going to give you the maximum benefits out of what each of the oils do. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is that essential oils aren't new. I know that I just started using them 5 years ago, but they're not new. It's not a health fad that's going to fade away quickly. They have actually been enhancing and enriching lives for thousands of years in many, many different cultures. They were used by ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Europeans, Chinese, and actually today, France actually uses essential oils in their medical system. So the reason I share all of that with you is so that you understand that using essential oils have proven to be effective for thousands of years, and it's not something that's just gonna fade away. So if you think about the culture and the world that we're in today, things are pretty stressful today, right? We've got a global pandemic going on. We've got college stresses. You might have midterms coming up. You're cooped up in your dorm room or at home. You can't go places. Maybe you're a senior and you're looking at graduation and what am I going to do? The list could go on and on. I'm sure you could add so many more stressors to the list than what I've mentioned. So I hope today, after our presentation, I hope that you'll take away and learn some ways that essential oils can actually help relieve the stress and help you with your overall well-being. Okay. So there's two main ways that you can use essential oils: aromatically and topically. So first, we're going to talk about aromatic. Think about your sense of smell for a minute. Smells can bring memories of happiness, sadness, anger, fear, stress. Again, the list can go on and on. Each essential oil's complex, pleasant, and unique scent triggers memories and moods, which can help you search for a more fulfilling and balanced life. Using essential oils aromatically is a great way, to create a specific atmosphere in any of your spaces. They can help create an atmosphere that aromatically sparks a sense of peace, concentration, creativity, joy, or any other mood your home or office could benefit from. They also help eliminate odors in the home. Think about the fish you might have cooked last night. Sometimes that odor can linger for days. People walk in your house and they're like, "Oh, are you making fish tonight?" "No, I made that like last week," or whatever. Being cooped up in your dorm room because of the pandemic or because of our typical upstate New York weather can bring your mood down. So using essential oils aromatically can give you that uplifting feeling that you need. So there's couple different ways you can use oils aromatically. Most common is by diffusing them. A diffuser is basically just, I actually have a diffuser here. This is my diffuser. What you do is you take a few drops of essential oil, you add it to the diffuser, you fill it with water, and then when you turn it on, you have a fine aromatic mist that allows you to create a spa-like atmosphere and gives you the benefits of that particular oil. I mentioned that I work in auxiliary services, and we actually have a diffuser in our office, and we typically will have oils going in that diffuser. And we've had a number of students and staff come in and be like, "Wow, it smells like a spa in here." So it's actually doing its job, and we're excited about that. We joke about that in our office all the time. So there's lots of different diffusers out there. Some contain have lights in them that could be calming for you or just fun. Some have some calming sounds. So there's lots of different ones out there, and you can pretty much get those anywhere in any stores. I like to keep a diffuser in my living room, and then I also have one in my bedroom. Some diffusers, you have to just look at the manufacturer's instructions. Some allow you to use tap water because it wants those elements that are in the water to help disperse the aroma of the essential oil. And some are specific to distilled water. So let me just show you real quick a demonstration. I'm just going to move my camera a little bit. So as I mentioned, this is my diffuser. It's got an outside lid to it, and then it's got the inside components. And this is what the inside of a diffuser looks like. So what you're going to do, mine, the one that I'm using today actually allows me to use tap water. So I'm just going to fill it. There's usually a line inside of the diffuser of where to fill it to. So I'm going to fill it with some water. Today I'm going to use Stress Away because I'm not usually doing presentations. So this is going to help me get through the presentation today. So if you look at the bottle of essential oil, it has a plastic top to it. This part right here, you never want to touch that with your hands. Reason being is because your hands contain all kinds of bacteria and germs, and you don't want to contaminate the oil that's inside this beautiful bottle here. So you're just going to tip it. Sometimes you got to be a little patient, but you're just going to tip it. I'm going to put 3 drops in here. Then I'm going to put the lid back on it. Keeps it all nice and safe. I'm going to put my top back on.
I have that same diffuser, Diana.
You do? That's awesome.
I do. It's in my daughter's room right now, but same exact one. I love it.
That's awesome. So I'm going to put the outer cap back on it. I'm going to turn it on. This one actually, it's hard to see on the camera, but this one actually has different lights with it. It's got a flickering candle light, which is the one that I usually use in the living room. And then it also has some other colors. There's red and a yellow, lots of different colors. And I know you probably can't see the mist that's coming out of it, but oh my word, it's amazing. The oil that I put in at Stress Away has lots of different components in it. It's not just one straight essential oil. It's a blend is what they call them. And it's got vanilla in it, and it's got lavender in it. And it's just so calming. It's one of my favorite oils. So that's one way to use them aromatically. Another way is you can just take an essential oil. I'm going to use lemon here because we're going to learn some great things about lemon a little bit later. And I'm just going to put 2 drops in the palm of my hand. I'm going to rub my hands together to warm the oil up. I'm going to cup my hands over my nose and take some deep breaths in. Oh my word, this lemon is just so amazing. And like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more about lemon a little bit later. And then if I have some extra in my hand, I'll just like rub it on the back of my neck. And using oils this way, aromatically and topically, that's actually a combination of both, gives you that instant benefits because that scent and that essential oil is just going to absorb right into your bloodstream. And lemon is just so uplifting, so fruity, just makes me happy. Makes me think of like summertime lemonade stands. And oh, it's just amazing, you guys. I wish I had smell vision so that you could actually experience this. One of my favorite oils to use in this manner is peppermint oil. Peppermint oil can give you that quick pick-me-up during the day. You know, you're feeling a little bit down. I'm in the office. It's getting close to quitting time. And, you know, I just need to get through another hour of work. I'll do that with some peppermint and instantly it gives me that boost. You can also combine a couple of drops of oil to water or to witch hazel in a spray bottle and make a linen spray or an air freshener. If you don't have a diffuser handy, or if you're not near an outlet, or if your car needs freshening, you can make a spray, which we're going to do a little bit later on today, and get the benefits of the essential oil that way. Another way that I love to use them aromatically is on dryer balls. So this is a wool dryer ball. And what I'll do is I'll take an essential oil. Sometimes I'll use lavender if I'm washing my bedding, because lavender is a very calming oil. Sometimes I'll use orange just to give it a fresh scent. Put a couple drops on the dryer ball, throw that in your dryer with your laundry, And it's a way to freshen your laundry without using dryer sheets. Dryer sheets contain a lot of chemicals in them. And once you have those chemicals on your clothing, they can absorb into your skin, and you don't want that. I'm all about natural, guys. So you're going to hear me like talk about not having chemicals at all in my home. The dryer ball also is going to help you cut down on your drying time, because the wool in the dryer ball is going to absorb the water in your clothing, and it's going to take less time to dry your clothes. So that's another to use the essential oils aromatically. So you might be wondering, well, why does this work? You know, I'm using it aromatically. It's absorbing into me. How is this working for my body? So aromas can have an extremely powerful impact on the body. Smell is the only sense connected to the limbic lobe of the brain, which is our emotional control center. So a scent can evoke an emotion before we are actually consciously aware of it. Using essential oils aromatically is an excellent plant-based way to reap the benefits of essential oils and positively impact your emotions and mood. Okay. Second way you can use essential oils is topically. So topically, essential oils have been applied to the skin and can be applied to the skin in many, many different types of ways. They can be used during a massage. They can be used after exercising. They can be used to smooth the appearance of aging, to support healthy skin. There's many, many ways you can use them topically. When applying, though, essential oils to your body for the very first time, you want to make sure you use a carrier oil. What a carrier oil is going to do is it's going to dilute the essential oil, but it's not going to water it down, and you're not going to lose the effectiveness of what that essential oil is going to do for your body. So a carrier oil is basically a vegetable oil, such as coconut oil, grapeseed oil, there's sweet almond oil. You can actually use olive oil, and they're used to dilute essential oils. They ensure that the essential oil applied topically are comfortable for your skin. There's some oils out there that are considered hot oils. And what that means is there's some constituents in those that could give you a burning sensation. You never want to, when you apply an oil, if you do have that burning sensation, you don't want to leave it alone. You don't want to put water on it, because water's going to make it worse. Take one of those carrier oils that you have. And like I said, if you don't have any specific ones, olive oil is a great one to use. I do want to make sure, and I stress though, that vegetable shortening, butter, margarine, or any petroleum derivatives should never, never, never be used as a carrier oil. All right. So some of the carrier oils that I've used I've used coconut oil. I use coconut oil in my homemade lip balms that I make. I've used olive oil in some sugar scrubs. This is one sugar scrub that I made. Actually, I made this probably 2 years ago, and I made it to sell at like a craft fair, and I actually forgot about it, unfortunately. When I opened this today, this is peppermint sugar scrub. It still smells like the day I made it. It's amazing. And all this is a little bit of sugar, a little bit of olive oil, and the peppermint essential oil in it. The sugar is going to exfoliate your skin, and the oil is going to give you the benefits of whatever oil you're using it for. Let's see, what other oils have I used? Oh, I have a sweet almond oil here. This type of oil is what I'll use in roller bottles. If I want to make a recipe with a roller bottle, carry it with me to work or in my purse to just have those benefits with me constantly, I'll use some almond oil for that. Also, there's a new way that I've just researched about using topical essential oils topically, is to create my own perfume. I've done a lot of research and found that perfumes can contain some chemicals. And so I'm all about natural, and I'm all about creating my own perfume. And I'm actually working with a couple of different blends of scents to get that right scent that I want. And this is my brand new bottle that I just purchased that I am super excited about to make my own perfume with. Makes me feel kind of like royal or something. So I'm really excited about that. All right. So now I just want to just stop for a minute and see if anybody has any questions on what we've discussed so far, talking about carrier oils or using the essential oils aromatically or topically. Does anybody have any questions? No? All right, let's go on. Before we dive into the actual essential oils and the three that I mentioned that we're going to talk about, I do want to stress and make sure that it's very, very clear that I am not a doctor and I am not making a diagnosis or a recommendation on remedy. I'm just going to talk about ways essential oils have been used historically, how they've benefited me, but I'm not here to like diagnose anything or give you any remedies. So please make sure that you understand that. And if you do have a diagnosis, always, always, always check with your primary care physician to discuss using essential oils before you actually use them. All right, so let's dive in. So there's 3 essential oils we're going to talk about today. And I actually consider these 3 to be powerhouse oils. And what I mean by that is that these 3 oils can be used individually, or they can be used in combination with one another. And when they are used in combination with one another, that's where I consider them to be powerhouse oils, because what it does is it enriches and enhances each of the qualities when you use them together. So what we're going to talk about today is lavender, peppermint, and lemon. All right, so we're going to start with lavender first. Lavender has a scent. I'm going to open it and just inhale it for a minute. It's a blend of fresh, it's floral, it's clean, and it's calm. It's not floral that it's too florally, like it's too overpowering. It's not overpowering at all. It's just a calm scent that just brings about feelings of relaxation, honestly. It's this power aroma that has made this flower, lavender, a classic for using in perfumes, soaps, fresheners, and beauty products. You can look on the shelves of any store and you can find all kinds of products, and it'll say infused with lavender essential oil or made with lavender oil. It's used in a lot of products. I actually saw a commercial the other day and it kind of made me laugh, and it interestingly was a toilet paper commercial. And the family was like looking all around and like, where's that smell coming from? Where's that smell coming from? And the toilet paper manufacturer had taken lavender essential oil and put it in the cardboard tube of the toilet paper roll. And that's where that scent was coming from. Kind of made me chuckle a little bit, but it's a great way to use it. Lavender is a great beginner essential oil. And hopefully if you've ever used lavender, it'll get you hooked in. This was the very first oil I used. And like I said, I have not regretted one decision whatsoever in using oils for me. It's also one of the most popular of all the essential oils. Lavender has historically been used for respiratory support, circulatory support, hormonal support, endocrine support, sleep habits, and nervous tension. So it's really versatile. There's lots of different uses that lavender can be used for. Here's an interesting fact about lavender is it takes 27 square feet of lavender to make one 15 milliliter bottle of, as I mentioned, 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. This is the size of a 15 milliliter bottle. This is the size of a 5 milliliter bottle. These are the 2 different sizes that I typically purchase. So it takes 27 square feet of lavender to fill this one tiny little bottle. And a 15 milliliter bottle contains about 250 drops of pure essential oil. Like I said, the only thing that's in this bottle is lavender essential oil. There are no fillers. There are no synthetic compounds at all in this bottle that I use. Used aromatically, lavender has a calming and relaxing quality. I've diffused it to promote a calm feeling, to fight occasional nervous tension, and to support a worry-free outlook. It actually has been documented that lavender improves concentration and mental activity. There was a study that was done by the University of Miami, and they found that inhalation of lavender increased beta waves in the brain, suggesting heightened relaxation. The oil that I mentioned that I have in my diffuser actually has lavender oil in it. It's a blend, but it has lavender oil in it. Topically, lavender has many uses. It can cleanse and soothe minor skin irritations. And I've personally used it on burns, whether it's a burn from the kitchen stove or hot water, or if I've been in the sun too long, you can add it to your moisturizers to just enhance the qualities and the effectiveness. It's actually an oil that's been recommended for use with children. You just need to make sure you dilute it with carrier oil. There's specific ratios that you should use carrier oil and essential oil to if you're using it with children. And if you have any questions about that, we can talk later about that, or you can contact me through email if you have any questions about using it with children. Lavender is a great oil to make a linen spray for your pillows or bedding. You can add it, like I said, to a spray bottle with some witch hazel, spray it on your pillow before you go to bed at night, and it's just going to give you that aroma as you're sleeping. It can freshen your car, it can freshen your linen closet, so many different usages of it. If you like to take baths, put 8 to 10 drops of this beautiful oil in your bath water, and it's going to give you that soothing, wind down feeling at the end of a long day. It's also a popular choice on the wool dryer balls, as I mentioned. When I'm washing my bedding, I like to put lavender on it because, again, it gives you just that relaxation as you're sleeping. Any questions so far on lavender?
I actually do have a question.
Okay.
If it's not pure essential oil and if there are fillers in it, can you still put it do what you said about putting it in the bathtub?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure though. I think that, if you think about like bubble bath or bath bombs, they probably have other constituents in them. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that it would be fine to use
Okay.
it in a bath. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other questions? All right, let's talk about peppermint. So peppermint is one of my most 3 used oils. I don't use lavender probably as much as I use peppermint. Peppermint I use a lot more of. And peppermint can assist in energizing the mind and senses while also providing that sense of peace. Peppermint is one of the oldest and most highly regarded herbs for soothing digestion. This little baby has done wonders for me when it comes to digestion and just that overall fullness feeling, different usages for that. Peppermint has historically been used in respiratory support, digestive support, and endocrine support. So remember I mentioned that these 3 are powerhouse oils. I don't know if you're getting the theme, but they can be used for multiple things and with one another. As I mentioned, lemon has some of the same support that peppermint can have. Peppermint has a soothing, cool effect. And actually you can combine peppermint and lavender in a spray bottle for an after sun cooling mist. The peppermint is going to cool the skin down and the lavender is going to help regenerate the skin if you've been in the sun too long. It takes 1 pound of raw peppermint to make the 15 milliliter bottle, again, of the 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. After you've had that big meal, take a couple of drops or 2, apply it to your abdomen area to help aid in digestion. One of the personal uses I have for this oil, and it's always on my person, is in the car. Depending on who's driving, usually my husband, don't tell him I said that though, I can get a little queasy in the car, and this peppermint oil is a lifesaver for me when I'm in the car. Because of the menthol constituent in peppermint oil, it can also be used as an appetite suppressant when you inhale it. This is one of the oils I like to put, as I said, in my hand and just inhale during the day to give me that quick pick me up in the office. I've also used peppermint for head tension. I'm very fortunate and I'm thankful every day that I do not get regular headaches. I know a lot of people out there that suffer from severe headaches, and I'm fortunate that I don't get them. But when I do, I just grab my peppermint, put some in the palm of my hand, rub it on the back of my neck, maybe on my temple area, and it really does help relieve that tension. All right, so that's peppermint. Any questions on peppermint? All right, lemon. Lemon's the last one we're going to talk about today. So lemon is been widely used in skincare to cleanse the skin and as an overall endocrine support, especially to the face. Lemon can help eliminate odors. Remember, we talked about that fish earlier. Put some lemon in a diffuser, put it in your kitchen, and it's just going to eliminate that odor without giving you the chemical of like air fresheners or whatever. Sometimes air fresheners can just mask the odor. This is actually going to eliminate the odor. When it's diffused, it gives you a clean, cheerful, refreshing scent. It is bright, joyful aroma that smells like freshly picked fruit. I mentioned when I put it in the palm of my hands and I inhaled it, like I just think of summertime and lemonade, and it makes me happy, it really does. Lemon has historically been used in circulatory support, renal support, and emotional support. Part of the plant that's used in lemon is not the juice, it's actually the rind that's used in making the essential oil, the lemon essential oil. And it takes 75 lemons to make this one 15 milliliter bottle of this 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. Lemon promotes clarity of thought and a purpose with a fragrance that's invigorating, uplifting, enhancing, and warming. One thing to note though about lemon and any of your citrus oils, I've got orange here, I have some lime in the other room, is citrus oils are photosensitive, which means that you need to be careful when you go out in the sun if you've used any of the citrus oils, because it's just photosensitive and it's just going to enhance the damage that the sun can do. So never use citrus oils before you go out in the sun. And if you do, just make sure that the areas of your body that you've used that essential oil on are covered so that you don't damage your skin. Some of the personal uses I've used lemon for is I've made some sugar scrubs, but as I've mentioned, when I do use those sugar scrubs, I make sure that my arms and my legs are covered when I do go out in the sun, or I'll use it at night and then it's okay to use it. Although I need to back up. You don't really want to use a lemon scrub at night because that's going to invigorate you and it's not going to calm you down and let you wind down. So forget I said that. I also use it in my homemade non-chemical cleaners. My household cleaners have lemon in it, and lemon has an amazing cleaning property in it. Actually, I've used lemon to get sticky residue off of things. I've used it every semester. The students every semester, the staff every year have to change their sticker on their car for their parking decal. Sometimes that stickiness is really hard to get off. I take a couple drops of lemon, put it on the glass, boom, it's off and it's nice and clean and it's ready for the new sticker to go on. So that's a good use for you guys to hear about. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
So let's see. So that's pretty much it about lemon. Any questions on lemon so far?
I'm glad you covered lemon. It was the one that I knew least about, so I'm more familiar with some like the lavender and peppermint. So I was really glad for you to talk more about the lemon.
Yeah, lemon is very invigorating. Like I said, just carry it around with you, open the bottle and just give it a big sniff. That's all you really need to do to experience the qualities of essential oils. You can make a combination of all three of the oils that I talked about: lavender, peppermint, and lemon. When you combine these three oils together in like a roller bottle and you add some of that carrier oil, That's going to create a seasonal sniffle support for you. Each of them have their individual qualities, but used together, they're really are powerhouse oils. Apply it to the back of your neck to relieve some of those seasonal symptoms that you might have. One of the convenient ways I do want to say, other than just carrying the bottle of oil around with you and sniffing it throughout the day, which, like I said, you can find me doing this all the time. I do it all the time, but you can carry oils around with you another way. So I don't know if you're familiar, but there are beads, lava beads. I think that we did a demonstration a couple of years ago, guys, using beads and making necklaces and putting oils on it. So this is a pair of earrings that a friend made for me. Actually, my coworker, Denise, made these for me. So the two beads on the top are just some decorative beads. And then the middle one is this like black porous bead. And that's the lava bead. And the lava bead it's a sponge-like I said, porous surface. And you just put a couple drops of essential oil on that lava bead. And these are earrings, as I said, and I've got that scent with me all the time. You can make bracelets with them. You can make necklaces. You can make keychains. There's lots of different things you can do with these lava beads. They come in different colors, different shapes, different sizes. They're really fun to do. The other way, this actually was given to me also by my coworker. I think she knows how much I love essential oils, is a diffuser necklace. And I've seen rings on Amazon with these. I've seen bracelets, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like this tree picture, and it's got holes in the front of it. So if I open it up, you might be able to see it. I know it's really hard to see, but you can see it. And what the necklace does is it has these felt pads. And this particular necklace came with like 10, I think, different colored felt pads. And again, you're just going to put your essential oil, a couple drops on the felt pad. It's going to absorb into that, put it back in the locket, and you've got a necklace that you can just pick up and smell. And you can see me doing this in the office a lot too. It's a great way to carry it around with you without worrying about spilling the oil or losing the oil or anything like that. So let's see, before we dive into some recipes, I want to show you a couple different things that you can make to support your overall well-being. Just want to open it up for any more questions. No?
I was glad, Diana, that you mentioned like the necklace and the earrings, because one of the things when we did that thing a couple of years ago that they had was something that you can put into your car, like into the lighter where the lighter goes. And we got it on Amazon, and same concept. It came with a little piece of felt, and you can put your oil in it, and then you can put it in your car, and you can get the smell.
Yeah.
Too, which was.
That's great. The car is one of the best places, honestly, to use your essential oil, especially like on your way to work or on your way to class. You know, you just can get that aroma without having to worry about taking up too much time or anything like that to put something together. So that's great. I'm glad you did that for the students. That's awesome. Was it widely attended? I mean, was it popular?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was. Yeah. It was a fun experience, and I think we had purchased like 4 or 5 different oils, and I remember peppermint and lavender went really, really fast.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're the most popular, definitely the most popular oils to use. Yeah, that's great. All right, so let's talk about. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a roller. I call this a stress relief roller. We're going to put. Let's see, what are we going to put in it? We're going to put some lavender. We're going to put some bergamot. I haven't talked about this oil. This is another one of my popular oils. It's called bergamot. It's actually a flower, I believe bergamot is, and it's got a nice, it's a little woodsy, little floral. It's very uplifting oil. It's helped with emotional. This is a real big emotional support oil. So that's why I want to use it in this recipe. So I've got some lavender, I've got some bergamot, and I've got some orange. Orange is another one of my favorite ones. It's uplifting, it's refreshing. Again, like lemon, it just makes me happy. These scents just are amazing, amazing. All right, sorry. I like get excited about the oils. So I'm gonna take my dropper.
I just have to say, my mom just bought this diffuser with all these oils, and that's why I was asking about the lavender, because I know she would love that. But as you're talking about it and you're getting excited, I'm already thinking like, I can't wait to go home and see what oils I have and see
That's
what's
awesome.
available. Yeah, it's making me excited. And then I just remembered I have some in this office. And so after this, I'm going to go over and look and see what I have. I just
Yeah.
forget about it. I don't always remember to like put it in the diffuser and stuff, but it's awesome.
Right. Now, so speaking of that, I know with the pandemic, you know, there's limitations on stuff, but the office does have like essential oils, right, for the students to use, and a diffuser and
So
stuff.
that was one of the things I was going to say at the end, is that Sandy and I are going in on Friday, actually, we haven't been in the wellness center in quite a while. And that was one of the things on my list that I was going to check and see, because in the past we've had really small bottles that we've filled up with lavender and peppermint and we have a stress relief combination. One of our nurses was really our previous nurse was into essential oils, and so we would give those out to students, and they were so helpful. So I was going to say at the end to the students who are on here, you know, if we're able to get anything, I think we should still have some left over, right, Sandy? You're on mute.
We do, and because I remember I was in the office a little bit in the fall, and I had asked for some, and they brought me a whole bunch. So I actually have some in Kinsella too.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome. So yeah, so we do have some to give out to students. So if a student wanted to come into the wellness center and wanted some essential oil, if you just wanted to say, hey, I attended the Wellness Wednesday series, you would tell Bonnie at the front. We have sent students in to pick up oils before, so they're familiar with that.
You just got to call ahead though.
Before you walk into the wellness center. Yes, you have to call ahead. Thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 drops of each of these oils. 1, 2, 3. So that's orange. Here's my bergamot. 1, 2, 3. And my lavender. I've actually never made this recipe, so I'm really excited as to what it's going to smell like. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes the drops come out really fast. If you get an extra one, you got a bonus oil in there. And you always want to make sure you put your lids back on. Oh, and I put labels on the top of my lids because, like I just did, I had the wrong label on the oil, so helps me stay organized. All right, and then I'm going to use a funnel here. And for this, I'm going to add some sweet almond oil. I don't know if I mentioned the type of oils that I do purchase. I make sure that they are organic and cold pressed. What that basically means is that there's very little workings, you know, like there's very little they do to the carrier oil to make sure that it's pure. Oh gee, that's my boss calling. Doesn't he know I'm on a presentation? All right, so the roller has, and I'm going to try to not touch this with my hand, but you get this little fitment that comes, it's the little roller ball that comes with a roller. You get a lid. And the best thing about these fitments is I'm just going to put it in upside down on the lid again, so I'm not touching it and contaminating it with my hands. I'm going to put the lid on, and once I tighten that lid up, it just puts the roller right in, and I don't have to touch it at all with my hands. So there's no contamination whatsoever that has gone in making this. So once you put your blend of oils in, you just kind of want to put the lid back on it so it doesn't spill out. You just kind of want to roll it around in your hands. You don't want to shake it. You just want to blend those oils that you use. They actually say that if you do like a blend of a roller, leave it maybe for a day or two so that those oils can kind of meld together before you use them. But I actually am anxious to use this right now because, like I said, I've never made this roller before. So I'm just going to put it on my wrists, rub my wrists together. Wrists are a good way, a good place to apply the oils. There's also Vita Flex points on your feet or on your hands that will affect different areas of your body. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. Oh, it reminds me of something and I can't think of what it reminds me of. But I've got that lavender calming scent. I've got that orange happiness scent. Oh, this is a really good recipe. This is what I'm going to keep. And then after you do your recipes, you want to label them somehow, because I have found where I've made a roller and I'll be like, oh, I'll remember what this is for. And then I totally forget. So you can get labels anywhere. You can use washi tape. You just want to put on it what it is and then just stick it to your bottle. I'm actually not going to write on it right now, but I am going to put my label on so that I don't forget to write on it later. And then what I would probably write on this is just stress relief roller. And I might even list what's in it so that I don't forget that if I run out, I can remake it. So there's your stress relief roller. That's amazing. That's a really good one. All right, the other recipe I want to share with you is just a real quick linen spray. This is just a spray bottle. And what you're going to do with this is I have some witch hazel here. You can use witch hazel, you can use distilled water, anything really. And I've got another funnel. So I'm just going to fill this with some witch hazel. This is, I think, a 4 milliliter or a 4 ounce bottle. So I just filled it with some witch hazel. And for this linen spray, I'm actually going to use lavender. I'm going to put 10 drops. 10 of lavender and 10 of lemon. Put the top on it. Again, just going to kind of let it mix up a little bit. And then you've got a nice fresh linen spray for your closet, for your dorm room, for your car, anything like that. And those are a couple of recipes that I got.
That's awesome. I have to say, so the semester before the pandemic started, I'm losing track of when the dates and everything. I did a program on campus for a lavender spray. It was to help promote sleep.
Yep.
And that was widely attended. We ran out of material. So many people came and so many students came and made spray, and they said it really helped. They sprayed it on their pillow and their blanket before they went to bed.
That's great.
And like, in their room, and it just created a really calm environment. So that's awesome. And it's so easy to make. It was so easy. We did the witch hazel. We did witch hazel and we did that. And it was like 2 seconds. And then they had this great thing that they could take.
Yep. And it lasts quite a while too.
Yes.
It really lasts quite a while.
Yeah.
So I just want to, I know we're almost done, but just talk about a couple of oils. This is one of my favorite ones during the holidays. It's called, the oil's called Christmas Spirit. And what is in this oil is orange oil, cinnamon, and black spruce. And if you want to talk about just the feeling that comes during the holidays where everybody is happy and it smells like everybody is freshly baked whatever in their home, this oil will do it for you. I use this even not around the holidays because it's another oil that just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. So there you go. That's what I got for you today. Is there any questions?